disappointment to me. To win, you got to lose. To be successful, you got to have something that's not successful.
Michael Jordan retired from the NBA over 20 years ago, but his fortune continues to swell. Forbes' real-time tracking now pegs his wealth at around US dollars 3.8 billion, a figure that cements him as the richest basketball player in history. Remember, during his playing days, he only earned $90 million in salary. The rest came from shrewd deals with Nike, Hanes, and Gatorade, which have collectively delivered $2.4 billion pre-tax. Jordan's portfolio isn't just about passive income. He joined the fantasy sports platform DraftKings as a special advisor in 2020 and co-founded the 23XI NASCAR team later that year. In 2023, he sold his majority stake in the Charlotte Hornets for a franchise valuation of around $3 billion, retaining a minority ownership role. Even out of uniform, he's still scoring big. But if you think money is the only thing driving him, just wait. Residences fit for a king. Head south to Jupiter, Florida, and you'll find Jordan's primary residence tucked inside the ultra-exclusive Bears Club community. This estate sprawls over 43,000 square feet of space, with roughly 26,000 square feet under air conditioning. 9 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, and a full-size basketball court sit on 3 pristine acres. Jordan spent $4.8 million on the land and another $7.6 million building his dream house, bringing the property's value to around $35 million. Inside, you'll find a state-of-the-art gym, a 2,000-bottle wine cellar, and a private theater. It's not just a home, it's an enclave. The Jupiter residence is run through his Bulls and Bears LLC and sits next to his own private golf course, the Grove 23. He's also a part owner of 1000 North, a high-end restaurant nearby, underscoring his local influence. Not all of his properties have been as warm a memory. In Highland Park, Illinois, his 56,000 square foot mansion finally sold in 2024 for $9.5 million after spending a dozen years on the market. In Chicago's city core, he owns a penthouse overlooking Lake Michigan and still maintains a lake house in North Carolina. For vacations, there's a sprawling refuge in Utah, plus the palatial Florida home and a North Carolina lake house. Hypercars and horses. When Michael Jordan buys a car, he goes beyond luxury. He dives into one-of-a-kind territory. In 2024, he commissioned the Pininfarina Battista Targa America, a 1,900 horsepower electric hypercar with an open roof and two-tone silver and blue finish. This rocket hits 0 to 60 miles per hour in a jaw-dropping 1.79 seconds and is limited to a single example on Earth. The same year, he added a Hennessy Venom F5 Roadster, which boasts speeds north of 300 miles per hour, and there's even a Bugatti Veyron Sang Noir lurking in the collection. The Times of India highlighted other pieces of his automotive treasure trove, including a Porsche 930 Turbo Cabriolet Flatnose, a Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren 722 Edition, Ferrari 488 Pista Spider, and Ferrari J50. Each car is curated not just for speed, but for rarity, reflecting Jordan's taste for exclusivity. Consider his everyday cruiser. The ultra-rare Pininfarina Battista Targa America has a top speed of 222 miles per hour, yet can operate quietly on electric.
Beyond basketball, business ventures, and legacy. Jordan isn't content to just cash checks from Nike. He has a hand in projects that stretch into hospitality, sports ownership, and local community building. At the Bears Club, he established his own golf club, the Grove 23, which is invitation only and rumored to be as challenging as it is exclusive. Local restaurateurs credit Jordan's part ownership of 1000 North with helping put Jupiter on the culinary map. The sale of the Charlotte Hornets freed him to focus on 23XI Racing, the NASCAR team he co-owns. In 2024, 23XI became a cultural talking point when it fielded Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick, marking a continued push for diversity in a sport traditionally dominated by homogeneity. Meanwhile, Jordan's role as an advisor and investor in DraftKings has kept him at the intersection of sports and technology. On the philanthropic side, he pledged $100 million over 10 years, announced in 2020, to organizations dedicated to racial equality and social justice. While many corporate donations slow over time, Jordan's money continues to fund clinics and youth programs across the country. When he turned 60 in February 2023, he marked the milestone by donating $10 million to Make-A-Wish, still the largest individual gift in the charity's history. Even his $7 million donation through Novant Health for medical clinics in North Carolina continues to yield 2 healthcare centers in underserved communities. The philanthropic details are beyond our direct citations here, but they're well documented by major news outlets and reflect his enduring commitment to giving back. Daily life and habits. Michael Jordan's day isn't about taking victory laps. In Jupiter, he's up early, often hitting the gym on his property before breakfast. The private basketball court isn't for show. He still plays pickup games with friends, and the court doubles as a training ground for his 3 teenagers when they visit. Around mid-morning, he might head to the Grove 23 for a round of golf, known to whisk himself from hole to hole in a custom golf cart. Lunch sometimes happens at 1000 North, where he tastes new dishes and meets with partners. Afternoons could be consumed by meetings on Zoom with DraftKings or NASCAR team management. Despite his wealth, Jordan's schedule is structured, disciplined, and intentionally private. He steers clear of social media. His time is split between family, business deals, and philanthropic planning. His twin daughters, born in 2014, reportedly dance around the same Jupiter residence, and Jordan's role as a grandfather since 2019 adds another dimension to his day. Staying hungry at the summit. What's most remarkable about Michael Jordan's lifestyle in 2025 isn't just the number of zeros in his bank account, it's his refusal to coast. After selling the Hornets and building a collection of homes and cars many can only dream of, he still wakes up with purpose. He invests in communities, still competes, whether on the golf course or in the business arena, and remains a symbol of excellence. If his Jupiter mansion or hypercars feel like trophies, they're just that. Physical manifestations of decades of discipline, risk-taking, and winning mentality. For all his possessions, Jordan repeatedly says that what keeps him sharp is the challenge of the next endeavor. The billionaire still chasing new mountains, now that's a story. And with each twist of his journey, we're reminded that greatness isn't a destination, it's a lifestyle.